Welcome to another 15-minute look. This time we will be looking at Granblue Fantasy Versus for Steam. Came out on 13th of March? Earlier this month when this is uploaded. I figured instead of doing how I was doing with 2 visual novels before, I'd branch out into some other categories. And I've been, enjoying playing this thus far, so I figured, it's recent, it's topical. Might as well give it a go. So I'm going to do the arcade mode because that is most likely to take approximately 15 minutes. And, see where it goes from there. So let's get the handy dandy timer up here. 15 minutes on the clock. Here we go. So, I do not have that many controllers plugged in. Maybe I do. I don't know. Probably don't. I'm going to try to be a little less energetic this time. I am kind of extremely tired, and I don't feel like it. Lying. I do. It's like 11 o'clock at night, so. Alright, then. Let's pick us a character. And let's see whatever random says. Fuck it. Opponent. Let's pick random as well. Because we're not a fucking little pansy. We all pick hard. Middle of the road. Can't go wrong. Anyways. I don't really have much to add in terms of commentary. Visually, this looked great, but I'm also playing this on 43-inch television. So, I mean, results may vary depending on screen and, what hardware you got and whatnot. But I'm also playing this on a gamepad as opposed to my Rap 4 fight stick. So, I don't know how well that works. Haven't personally tested it. But, with that being said, I have found that the AI is just not great at dealing with that bullcrap. So, if you just spam the same 2 attacks, the AI doesn't usually catch on, and they just kind of do this, which is makes hard matches pretty easy. So, one thing I do like is that for this arcade mode, it lets you pick your next opponent as well as their difficulties. So you're not locked into only playing, for example, starting off with an easy difficulty AI and being stuck to easy AI the entire arcade mode, which is pretty nice. I do find that feature to be quite enjoyable. I was trying this with the Steam Link functionality on my phone, which I plan on making a video on the Steam Link functionality later on in my channel's life here, but it works pretty well, unless it's a thunderstorm, in which case throw all opportunity for that to be considered amazing out the window because it can't handle it. I don't know if that's just my connection was too bad or if rainstorms are just something to be particularly worried about if you feel like playing games wherever from your phone. But when it works, it works. Back to this anyways, at the minimum. I will say, visually, fantastic. Top notch. I do enjoy a good fighter, and I will definitely be happy to say that this, gameplay-wise, definitely pretty fun. I haven't done really more than local matches with some friends using the Steam Friends Play Together function, which is pretty dope. The functionality there is superb, absolutely phenomenal. I've had no problems, but as you can see, it booted up with several additional controllers plugged in, which I'm going to assume is probably because I always have, the Guitar Hero controller next to me is just always plugged in. I don't know how to get that not without unplugging a little dongle that's plugged in all the time, but whatever. Hardly matters. So as you can see, there was a fantastically huge roster for most fighting games nowadays, but it was decently sized, and I will say that every character has thus far, to my experience, felt pretty unique as I proceed to mash Y and B repeatedly the entire time. That being said, I don't really know how else to describe it, so we're just going to keep moving up. We went from hard to a very hard AI. We want to see kind of how we deal with an extreme here. Let's see, what are the features going to say? a lot of color options for the characters, so that's pretty cool. I didn't notice any kind of, you know, full outfit swaps beyond the palette swapping. So, you know, who knows if they plan on adding anything like that in the future. Can't say, probably not, I would assume. But you do unlock palette swaps, it would appear, every time you complete arcade mode for the character you just did it with. Okay, Extreme AI are significantly less retarded, so that's great. Fuck me! Oh, this isn't going well. Oh, fucking Christ. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry if I didn't talk there for a hot minute. I had to put all my focus into not dying. But I make no guarantees that I'm going to get through this entire thing with the current situation. Keep in mind, Extreme AI are significantly more difficult. I don't know if that's really translating with the mass projectile spam going on. Jeez. Fuck. That got fucked. Okay. Well, that pretty much seals my opportunity to win. Or at least win that. Possible. It is theoretically possible if I keep up the solid slot here. Oh! Get fucking slammed. That's what I'm talking about. Leave no room. I am absolutely a glass cannon when it comes to any and all fighting games. I just pick the strategy of just charge directly head fucking long and bullshit. So, out of pure curiosity, I'm going to see how far we can get with that. Just constantly kicking it up a notch. Starting at hard, which hard I would say is about normal difficulty for anybody who's mildly experienced with fighting games. Easy is ridiculously easy. It's basically just move and attack every once in a while. You probably find more difficulty putting the controller off over there and then giving the AI about 2 minutes straight with which to, you know, attack you, and then starting, which even then would probably be a quarter of your health bar gone. You know, that's fine. It's good to have an easy mode just for, you know, tune everything else out and just screw around in the game for a little while. I do think that is important. So I really do personally find the control scheme to be a little weird at first because A, at least for me, I don't know if that's something with my Steam controller going on, A was back and B was kind of accept, which is definitely not normal for those who, you know, have any kind of prior experience with how basically any game handles a menu function, which is usually the exact opposite of that, which is kind of annoying. I would have accepted X as accept before B, but it really messes with me switching from anything else. So, you know, that's... you know, it's always interesting to see how companies do that, but whatever. Either way here, I'm hoping that the adjustments I've made to the microphone and the overall visual aesthetic here allows for this to be a little bit less obnoxious of an experience for the viewer as a whole. So if it has been less terrible, do let me know. I would appreciate that feedback. But, once again, complete and total victory. I must do it because I am a fucking shitlord. Oh, dabbing in 2020 isn't bad, I swear. But, you know. Well, I've kind of hard-locked myself into this now. I must constantly play in the highest difficulty. These AI aren't, they're not that threatening, but then again, I do quite enjoy fighting games, so I am not well, let's call it fucking plebeian. I do have a mild amount of experience, so it would be disgraceful for me not to be able to take on the highest difficulty AI in a fighting game. But this isn't in the slightest obnoxious with the range difference here, but I can probably still make a comeback here in the second round if I don't win this. But I'm going to keep giving it all I got here anyway. That's not looking good, but... Might have an opportunity. Oh, that just about seals it. So close. On the fucking wire. One good assault there. One quick little press in. Probably would have been able to do it. But the reach is just too different. But I do find that the AI has a minor amount of difficulty handling airborne enemies in the lower difficulty ranges. But scheisse. Fog. I'm not going down here, not without a goddamn fight. Oh, that's not looking good. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, boy. It's disgraceful. I'm going to need so much more of this. But I'm rematching. Got halfway. That's mildly decent considering I've never played this character. I didn't say that at the start, but I actually have never played this character. I'm not naturally drawn towards little girls. To put that in a way that definitely isn't going to be taken out of context eventually. This is not going well. Come on. Oh, this is... Yes! No! Oh, that's even closer than before.